Ways to get in debt in America. Number one thing you need to understand, once you arrive in America, you have zero debt. You don't owe anybody any money. Keep it that way. These are the few ways you're gonna find yourself getting in debt. That means you using someone else's money that you don't have, money that you be lied to that you need it but you don't. Number one is, the number one thing you're gonna get is a vehicle, and most of the vehicles they get handed out to you as long as you have a good job, good credit score. Even if you have a bad credit score, then you're gonna be paying every month for the period of time you guys have agreed. This is the number one way to get in debt. You buy a 16,000 vehicle or 20,000 vehicle, even 10,000. Now you're 10,000 deep in debt. If you can forego doing that, buying a car by a loan, do it. Save your money. 5,000 to 10,000, you get a vehicle cash, and nobody will have to be calling you, asking you for your money whenever you're late. The other one is a credit card. Once you continue living in America and you make payments here and there, it's going to reflect. Your credit score is going to start rising up. The banks are going to start offering you credit cards. Don't do it. Some credit cards can go up to 40,000 US dollars. That's not your money. Don't do it. If you can't afford it, you can't afford it. You don't have money cash to buy it. You don't need it. It's not your money. Many Americans have thousands of dollars in credit cards because they swipe it everywhere. Then they lag behind in the payments. That's another debt. The other one, big one, and this one is contentious, is a mortgage. You have a good job, paying well, you're living a dream, credit score. Then you decide it's time for you to get a 400,000 house. Guess what? You're 400,000 deep in debt. When are you ever gonna finish paying that payment, making that payment for that house? They give you 15 years, the banks, some of them 30 years. Now tell me, if you're paying like $1,200 every month for a house for 30 years, when are you ever gonna enjoy that house? It's a liability. It's not an asset. Some people will talk about it and say how it's an asset. But I've lived in a house. You just don't know what comes with the house. Think about it. It's not just about paying the mortgage. There is a lot that goes on in home ownership. If you can save your money and reach 50 to 100,000 or even 30,000, you can buy a house that's on auction and use 10 to 20,000, renovate it according to your needs, and you will be debt free. The other big one is college loans. You have a majority of Americans going to college pursuing stupid degrees. Yeah. A lot of them degrees that don't have a good projection in terms of careers. They end up thousands of dollars deep. You don't escape college loan. They will come for you. Instead, what can you do? Work your job, save some money, look for a community college close to you. Their credit hours are very cheap. If you're in states, $80 per credit hour or even 100, then pay as you go until you finish. If you can do that, look for a trade school in the career you want and pursue that, or look for scholarships. Don't get in debt going to college, especially now. You don't know what's going to happen in the future. You might graduate and your job will be stolen by a robot. Don't do it. Don't get in debt in America.